And now it's time for another edition of St. Louis 7, following a podcast on OT with Oliver. This week, we kind of rushed one together because we need to. We've got important things that are happening and happening fast. We're talking with William Roth, founder and artistic director for or at the St. Louis Actors Studio. How do you prefer that, for or at?
It's a service I provide as the founder and artistic director, so I think for is probably correct.
During the podcast, we talked about how the studio came to be. We talked about your journey coming to that. We talked about the fact, amongst other things, why we have a Glasslight Theater. Hint, hint, it's because of William and some of his friends. And we talked about what's going on right now, which is a really interesting, unique way of trying to raise funds for the Actors Studio in this time of pandemic. Let's talk about that a little bit. We got a lineup of people who are fans and or artisans can spend a little bit of money to get the unique opportunity of a solo 20-minute conversation. Jon Hamm, Sterling Brown, take it from here.
Bo Willimon, Neil LaBute, Corey Finley, Sam McMurray, all of those guys. For a $75 donation, you get 50 chances in a hat to have a 20-minute Zoom hangout with these guys where you can ask them any question and they may answer it.
And unlike other times where people are paying $200 a plate, they get to shake their hand. This is a dedicated 20-minute, don't be rude, but have a good time with whoever you're talking with on Zoom.
That's right. You can make the most of this 20 minutes because there's nobody else coming in the room. There's not, I got to go, or look at the time. It is 20 minutes of respectful, interesting conversation.
stlas.org/sustain, stlas.org/sustain.
Right.
And it doesn't take that much money, man. If you don't have $75, we'll take 20, we'll take 30 amount. You might not get the tickets, but the money's going to a nice place. And we're just trying to get over a hump. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get through this COVID, keep what you've accomplished over the last 15 years in place, and everybody lives to see a better day.
That's right. We can sustain ourselves if we can open the doors and charge people a couple bucks to see a show. What we are having a hard time doing in other theaters like us around the country is treading water while we wait for CDC and other authorities to allow us to bring crowds back into an inside theater.
All right, St. Louis 7, first question as we do. William Roth, where did you go to high school and what do you remember?
I remember it all. It really informed my life. Thomas Jefferson School. I went from a public school to a small classics high school. So big classes in big rooms in a public school to small classes, and I think Greek class had 3 or 4 people in it. We were the largest graduating class, and there were 18 in our freshman class. So it was 4 half-hour classes a day and lots of homework and lots of things to memorize and study. But it introduced me to the theater, among other things, and Shakespeare and all sorts of things.
When you go to Ted Drew's, what do you order?
I'm a pretty simple guy. It's chocolate all along. Hot fudge chocolate concrete. Although I should probably change that up because it melts so quickly. I really should find something else, but I have a hard time switching.
Not a favorite play. We don't have that much time. Do you have a favorite concert?
I'm a deadhead. I'll see the Grateful Dead whenever I can, yeah.
You encounter 10 stop signs. How many do you roll?
It depends on who's in the car with me. My son accuses me of rolling all of them, but I say that 2.
Since you came on the scene with your friends, how dramatic has the St. Louis theater scene changed in the last 15 years?
Completely changed. It used to be just a bunch of actors putting on shows for each other in church basements, as I like to say. And now there are 30 plus, maybe more, fully functioning professional theaters with patrons to match.
I'm going to throw you a softball. I think it's very important. Why would you tell people it's very important to be involved with this one-time auction thing we've got going on?
Well, because the arts need to be sustained, because this is a unique opportunity with a broad appeal. I think that it'll appeal to more folks that won't necessarily then saying, hey, come see our play or come meet our playwright. But the arts enriches us all. And if we don't sustain the small professional theater, which is responsible for the biggest things you've seen in big stages all around the world. They all started at small stages like ours. We won't be here when COVID gives up on its grip and we're allowed to produce again.
People come and visit you in St. Louis. Where do you take them?
That's a good question. It depends on their age, but I take them to the City Museum a lot. I take them to tour the architecture. I think that one of the most impressive things in St. Louis is just the amazing architecture there is in all the different neighborhoods, and then just how unique each neighborhood is. The art museum, the zoo, those sorts of things, but endless.
No wrong answers. So, again, you want to be a part of the fun, talk to Jon Hamm, have an opportunity to talk with Sterling Brown and the many, many other great people you've lined up. It's STLLAS. So it's St. Louis as.org/sustain. You want to check out the podcast, William? You can go to OTwithOliver, wherever you get your podcast. Find out more. It's only through the 17th of September. So if you're seeing this now, don't procrastinate. And again, if you can't afford the $75 and the 50 tickets, give them a little something, something for the effort. Last question. Yes. What makes you proud to be a St. Louisan, William?
The rich history of this city. It is a world-class city. We have done amazing things, maybe not as much to stand out as lately as we would like, but there is reach any subject with anyone. I've been in various cities around the world, and they've got nothing on us. Maybe the European cities have been around a lot longer, but we have art and architecture and amazing things that have happened in the city over the years and continue to. And we unfortunately seem to feel badly about like we are not a world-class city when we are, and I'm proud to promote that everywhere I go.
Nothing but the best of luck. Stay healthy. Be good.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take care, man.